Hi, it's Laura here from laurathomasauthor.com. I'm a book lover and an author, and today I would like to share with you a short and sweet book review. This is Lewis Carroll's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. I'm sure you recognize the title, and this beautiful design is done by Anna Bond, and I received this as a Christmas gift, so I would just like to talk a little bit about it today with you. First of all, Anna Bond, you may recognize her designs. She's from the Rifle Stationery Company. She's actually a co-owner and creative director, and her lovely, swirly, colorful, whimsical illustrations can be found over books, headbands, mugs, note cards, you name it. It's a growing company, and her book cover designs are just exquisite, and this book is no exception. I think it suits it particularly well just because of the whimsy factor in the story of Alice. So back to the actual story, and Lewis Carroll, whose real name is Charles Lutwidge Dodgson, which is a little less catchy, actually published this story originally in 1865, so it truly has stood the test of time. I'm sure most of you are familiar with the basic storyline, but just in case you're not, I'll just give it a very quick overview and a few highlights because I had forgotten a lot of this. It's been a long time since I read about Alice and her adventures. So it starts off with Alice as a young girl with her sister lazing on a bank in the sunshine, nice and warm and dreamy, and her sister's reading a book. So Alice takes a look, but she actually says, what is the use of a book without pictures or conversations? And so she's looking for something to do, for sure. So very curious, she watches as a rabbit runs past her, and not any rabbit, it's actually got a waistcoat with a pocket watch and is muttering about being late. So Alice's curiosity is piqued and the adventure begins. And that is when she follows him down the rabbit hole and everything changes. It's a crazy situation. She falls and falls and falls until she thinks she's going to reach the middle of the earth or possibly end up the other side of the earth. And all sorts of adventures begin when she discovers that she can actually shrink and grow just by eating or drinking different things, and also that nothing makes sense anymore. She tries to have a few sensible conversations, but it's just all craziness. And I actually laughed out loud. It's been a long time, I know, but I laughed out loud at some of it because it's just so fun. There's lots of rhymes within the text, and lots of familiar characters like the Cheshire Cat, whose massive big smile is just the only thing sometimes that's in the sky that she can see. There's the Mad Hatter and his tea party with the March Hare and the little dormouse in the teapot. There's things I've forgotten, like in the kitchen, which is filled with pepper, and there's a duchess there with a baby and everyone's sneezing, and Alice is given this baby which then turns into a pig. We have all sorts of crazy things happening, playing cards, painting roses, and Alice gets to play croquet with the Queen, who has some anger issues. She just wants to behead everybody. But Alice gets to play croquet with an upside down flamingo and a hedgehog. And then finally, after some other craziness with a smoking caterpillar and all sorts of ridiculous creatures, she ends up witnessing a jury in a trial, and she's actually brought to speak to the people as a witness. It's all very confusing and very crazy and to be taken very lightly. And then we realize that her sister kind of wakes her up, and it's been a dream. And what a dream it's been. It's been quite something. And just as a writer, I would just say to fellow writers, that's probably not a great way to end a story. She woke up and it was all a dream. We're told not to do that. but if you're Lewis Carroll, you get to do that because it works. So yeah, thoroughly enjoyable. It was like a trip down memory lane for me. The pros rather for me were, you know, to read this book aloud would be just delightful, so that, you know, children could follow along with all the beautiful pictures. I actually read it aloud to my bulldogs because that's all I have here at the moment, and they seem to really enjoy it. I enjoyed myself anyway. Also, I would recommend this book just for the beauty of it to have on your bookshelf as a lovely little collection, like collector's item, and it would make a beautiful gift also for anybody of any age, quite frankly. Cons, I really struggle to think of any cons with this book. It's not for a serious reader. You really have to take it so lightly and with a great deal of fun. And also maybe if in your mind's eye you see the images as you remember them from your childhood, these are a little different, so you might not love that, but personally, I embraced it. I thought they were just fantastic. So, in summary, wonderful book. If you haven't read it for a while, I thoroughly recommend you pick up a copy. And I would love to hear your questions or your comments. So please reach out to me here or contact me on my website. Again, it's laurathomasauthor.com. Happy reading.